Governor. I think that was a really nice picture. I'm probably going to get a text from the mayor's office, I'm sure. My name is David Campos, and let me say this. We are in the middle of a housing crisis, and in response to that housing crisis, the city rightly will be putting a housing bond on the ballot, and I want a housing bond. I think we need more resources for affordable housing. The mayor is proposing a $250 million housing bond. We're going to be asking taxpayers to help fund affordable housing. And if the entirety of that housing bond were used to build affordable housing, we probably could build about 1,000 units. Well, that's something that should be done. Many of us believe that the housing bond should be higher. But what we're talking about here is something that's directly connected to the housing crisis. We, based on this report that was done by the budget and legislative analysts, the city and county of San Francisco may be losing as many as 2,000 units of housing because of the failure to regulate short-term rentals. And yet we're going to ask taxpayers to pony up $250 million to actually cover half of that. The taxpayers of this city need to realize that it is simply not fair to ask them to subsidize a problem that has been exacerbated by AirBnB. Before we go and ask our taxpayers, as we should, to approve a housing bond, how about asking Airbnb to have some responsibility for this mess that they are creating? How about holding Airbnb accountable? That's what this is about. It's about accountability. And I represent a district, especially in the Mission, that has become ground zero for what's happening. As many as 40% of units that could be rented to residents of that neighborhood are being taken out of the housing market so that tourists can have them. I'm sorry, but the Mission belongs to the Mission residents. The Mission should be protected for our residents. You know, the interesting thing is Airbnb has a campaign, and they're spending a lot of money where they're saying, you know, they're making San Francisco affordable. They actually have the nerve of saying, we're making San Francisco affordable. That's like Chevron saying we're making the environment cleaner. They're making San Francisco affordable for whom? Not for our residents. Not for our residents. The commercialization of Airbnb is hurting housing stock. We need to regulate it. That's what this is about. Thank you very much.